Update 19 on Tropical Storm Hagupit, Philippine name Ruby. Winds are now 45 miles per hour sustained, its pressure is 993 millibars. Its position is 14 degrees north, 120.8 degrees east as of 8 PM UTC, December the 8th. The storm is expected to continue towards the west, clearing the Philippines in the next 24 hours over the South China Sea and then move on to Vietnam, where it's likely to make landfall there as a weak tropical storm and then perhaps dissipate inland, but if there is anything left of the storm it will continue towards Thailand and then possibly enter the North Indian Ocean. But as it is at the moment, the storm remains a threat to the Philippines. Warnings are still in effect, particularly in southwestern Luzon and the island of Mindoro right now. So let's take a look at those warnings in more detail then. Signal 2 warnings in effect for northwesternmost Mindoro and southwestern Luzon, not too far from Manila towards the south there in Batangas in particular. And Signal 1 warnings remain in effect for that area as well. Southern Quezon, Marinduque still under Signal 1 warnings at this time, but as you can see, not many places under public warning signals anymore. Of course, the storm traversed from Samar through Masbate and is now near Mindoro. So looking at the latest sea surface temperatures over the South China Sea, temperatures are around 28 or 29 degrees Celsius, certainly warm enough to sustain development of a tropical cyclone, but I don't think that's going to be the real hitch in terms of Hagupit's maintenance, I suppose you could call it, because wind shear is likely to be on the increase as it moves out to sea, and that could cause problems for the storm over the next few days. Water vapor isn't looking too great either, I don't think. Looking at this map here, dry air lies towards the northwest. The north and the South China Sea is pretty dry at this time, so that will not help the storm any either. So a gradual weakening trend is still on the cards. The CMC computer model, this one I believe is pretty old, but it shows the storm going through the Philippines. It was pretty right with that, and then moving towards the west-southwest over Vietnam. That new system forming in the North Indian Ocean could also be happening too. Invest 93A has formed, but GFS model, this one has been updated, takes the storm towards the west and then towards the west-southwest just before making landfall in Vietnam, and then there's that second system forming behind it, moving over the Philippines, but it appears to be very weak indeed. So here's the latest satellite imagery. You can see how the heaviest of the rainfall has been not too far from Manila, just towards the south there where those warnings are in effect. Mindoro not looking as bad as southwestern Luzon, because that's where most of the rain is displaced towards the north and towards the northwest. So that whole southwest and western coast of Luzon will be seeing the heaviest of the rain. Still some on the eastern coast as well, and towards the southwest too, but hardly what we saw previously, and the storm is still waning, of course. There's not much left of that central core now, and that will probably remain the case for quite some time until it's disappeared completely. As of 8 PM UTC, December the 8th, we have 2 systems active. Of course we have Hagupit, and as I alluded to earlier, Invest 93A has formed, and according to one of the models it could possibly develop into a significant storm in the Indian Ocean, so that's where we'll be watching next after Hagupit leaves the area. 77 tropical storms have formed so far in 2014 worldwide. 44 have become Category 1 hurricanes or their equivalents around the world, and 26 have become Category 3 storms with winds of 115 miles per hour or higher. Of course, Hagupit became number 26 a few days ago before making landfall in the Philippines as a Category 4 storm. You can visit Force 13 on any of its 6 outlets. The website, force13.com, will keep you most up to date on all the goings on around the world storm-wise. Of course, the video pages will also keep you regularly updated. Search Force 13. Same too for the social platforms. Search Force 13 on Facebook and Twitter for more quick updates as well. You can also speak to me personally on Skype at Fool13 for tropical weather chat, and send in any questions you have about the current storm for the next video. The next update will be at 2 AM UTC on December the 9th. That's update number 20, followed by 21 at 8 PM UTC on December the 9th. That will be early morning December 10th in the Philippines. Late morning in the Philippines, 10 AM is the next update for now. That's all.